Matt Livingston here with New Life Cine, brought to you by the V35 Project. Interviews from Northwest Lens Summit. It's my man Seth from Leica.
How you doing?
Leica Leitz.
Leitz.
Leitz now. Don't get it wrong, everybody. We are into the Leitz territory of the storyline of the Leica Leitz brand.
Yes, that's correct. So we are. So Leitz is a sister company to Leica Camera, same ownership, just a different business unit, basically.
And Leitz is essentially all the cinema side of things.
That's right. Yeah, we just do cinema.
Just cinema at Leitz here. And right here we have something we're showing off. This is the Hugo. And many people will be familiar with the optics on this. It's not new optics, but it is a new housing and a new experience for it. Tell me a little bit about these Hugo lenses.
Yeah, so the story of them started, almost 100 years ago with Leica's foray into photography, because the glass inside of these comes from Leica's M photography glass. Now, it's not vintage glass. It's the modern glass that you get in a Leica photo lens if you buy it today. But we're, with our relationship to Leica, we get the glass, we put it into our housing, LPL mount only, and that creates a lens that people are very familiar with, because photography was the step one. The Leitz M0.8 lenses were step two, where we made those a little more cinema friendly with rings and such, but they were still very small. Now, proper cinema housing, people have been asking for this. We're giving that to the market.
Absolutely, and obviously they're a very small, lightweight size, and they cover full frame, and you guys have a couple of additions on some of the lenses speed-wise compared to the M08s, is that correct?
Yeah, so the M08s, the 75 and the 90 are f2.0 lenses. For the Hugo series, we base the 75 and 90 on faster lenses from Leica, which gives us a T1.5 across the entire range, with the exception of the 135. So in addition to switching out the 75 and 90, we made two brand new focal lengths in partnership with Leica's M lens designers. We made an 18, and then we made a 135, which is a T19.
T19, and of course many people also know that you guys have the Noctilux in this series, which was an f9.95?
Yeah, f.95, which comes out to a T1.0.
And so you can choose to get either the regular or the Noctilux version in this set, or both?
Or both, yeah. Most people, I would say 90% of our customers go with both, because the 50 T1.5 really matches the rest of the set nicely, whereas the T1 Noctilux has a look of its own. It's lower contrast, it's a little bit more aberration. It's a great complement, but if you're looking for a consistent all the way through set, you do want that other 52.
Yeah, so you might consider going all the 1.4s and using that Noctilux almost like a specialty lens inside the set.
Yeah, we'll also see people using that in conjunction with like our LC series, as because they have a similar color temperature, they can get that unique look, still stay within the family, and they don't have to rent an entire set of other lenses to get that kind of specialty look.
Yeah, and you mentioned the LCs. The LCs are essentially also an LPL only lens that you guys have, and you guys announced that a couple of years ago. And just tell the audience a little bit the difference between, say, a Hugo and an LC, what that would be kind of the compare and contrast on that.
Yeah, it's a great question. The LC lenses were designed from the beginning for cinematography. What that means is between photography and cinema, there's different considerations. Photography optic designers don't care about breathing. It's not something you ever see. Whereas in cinema, it's an issue for a lot of people. So the LCs have no breathing. They have almost no distortion. They are a lot more color consistent, and the chromatic aberration is down to like almost zero. In addition, it's a wider set of lenses. It's a T2.1 set, but what we did differently is we added some more flary coatings to these. So even though they have a really nice clean center, they do start to fall off a bit toward the edges, and then they can flare a little bit, but if you stop them down, they clean up. So you don't have to feel like you're compromised in your settings and where you're shooting, but you can get that little extra if you want to.
A little bit more character, a little more expression on those.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And then the top of the line, the cream of the crop, still the Leitz primes, right? Those are your kind of flagship lens?
Yeah, those are going to be our flagship lenses for the foreseeable future. For those, performance was the main characteristic, so super fast at T1.8, full frame, switch between LPL or PL, high performance edge to edge, corner to corner. Yeah, they're a great set, really clean, really flat in that way. So as you can see, we're giving different looks. We're trying to create different series that have their own unique thing about them, so people aren't just choosing based on format, they're choosing based on project and creative intent.
Perfect. I love that, Seth. Thank you for all the great information and the great lenses you guys make.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, more coming up soon here at the Lens Summit.